A forest road vanishes into the storm's wrath, lashed by rain and illuminated by violent lightning. An old pickup truck struggles against the downpour, its headlights barely scratching the darkness. The forest looms, a menacing wall of shadows, as the storm rages on. It was supposed to be a quick detour against the stormy night. Zack and Jessica spot a dilapidated wooden house, its dark silhouette a beacon in the tempest. Rain lashes down, soaking them as they race towards the refuge of the rotting porch. Jessica falters, her apprehension growing as they near the decaying structure. "Are we really doing this?" Zack reassures her, his voice firm despite the storm. "We just need to stay dry. It's only for an hour." They stand before the abandoned house, the storm raging around them, their decision hanging in the balance. In the abandoned house, flashlight beams pierce the darkness, revealing dust motes dancing in the stagnant air. The air hangs heavy with decay as Jessica whispers, "Do you hear that?" Zack, flashlight in hand, replies with a skeptical tone, "What?" Faint, rhythmic breathing echoes through the house, an unsettling presence permeating the desolate foyer. In the dim, the living room transforms into a stage for shadows, where Zack and Jessica cower, their faces reflecting the eerie light. They waited, but the storm wasn't the only thing alive that night. A sinister creak echoes as the room's familiar safety twists into monstrous uncertainty. Jessica whispers, her voice trembling, "Zack, don't move. Someone's behind us." Zack freezes, his breath catching in his throat as he awaits the unseen presence. The silence stretches, thick with dread, as they remain still, captive to the unseen. In the silent hallway, Zack cautiously ventures forward, the flashlight beam erratically illuminating the peeling wallpaper. Jessica, paralyzed by fear, remains pressed against the wall, her eyes wide with terror. The flashlight beam flickers ominously, threatening to extinguish and plunge Zack into complete darkness. A heavy wooden door at the hallway's end creaks open on its own, revealing nothing but a dark abyss. He shouldn't have opened that door. In the oppressive darkness, the room is silent, save for the scratching of unseen claws. Whispers slither through the room, carrying the chilling promise of what is to come. A loud crack shatters the silence, signaling a horrifying transformation. A disembodied voice echoes, and then it touched him. Zack screamed tears through the darkness. "Get it off me!" The unseen presence tightens its grip, the room now filled with Zack's desperate cries. In the dead of night, Zack and Jessica sprint frantically toward the front door, their faces masks of stark terror. The old house groans and creaks, as if the very structure is protesting their desperate flight. A heavy, rasping breath relentlessly pursues them, growing closer with each agonizing second. Zack stumbles, his face a canvas of clammy pallor, his eyes wide with a distant, unspeakable horror. Jessica cries out, "Zack, say something," to which Zack replies in a hollow voice, "It's still in me." They emerge from the house as the storm subsides, the moon casting an eerie glow. Jessica clutches Zack's arm tightly, her breaths ragged. Zack stares blankly ahead, lost in thought as the clouds part. They made it out, but not alone. Deep within the forest, an invisible presence looms, its shapeless form a haunting echo. A faint, shapeless shadow pulses with a slow, deliberate breath, a silent promise of something unknown. The forest holds its breath as the shadow lingers, a subtle tremor in the air hinting at its ethereal existence. Suddenly, a blinding flash of lightning tears through the sky, illuminating the forest in a stark, momentary brilliance. In the wake of the lightning's fury, the shapeless shadow vanishes, leaving behind only the lingering scent of ozone and an unsettling silence. The forest exhales, its secrets guarded once more as the darkness settles in, concealing what was and what might be. Inside the dimly lit pickup truck, Jessica casts a worried glance toward Zack. Zack remains motionless, lost in his thoughts as he stares out the window, oblivious to Jessica's concern. The rhythmic breathing of the passenger fills the cab, a stark reminder of his presence. Jessica's anxiety intensifies as she continues to drive, the silence amplifying her worries. The night stretches on, the truck's headlights cutting through the darkness, carrying their silent journey. In the dead of night, a pickup truck accelerates away, its taillights cutting through the impenetrable darkness. The deserted house stands in stark silhouette against the raging storm, its windows like empty eyes staring into oblivion. The wind howls relentlessly through the surrounding trees, amplifying the sense of utter desolation. The truck speeds further into the blackness, leaving the haunted house behind. The abandoned house remains, a silent sentinel in the storm's fury. The desolate road stretches endlessly into the night, swallowed by shadows and the howling wind. In the dim solitude of his apartment, Zack is sitting alone, an unsettling aura permeating the space. Zack's eyes reflect a strange, unsettling light, hinting at inner turmoil. He confronts his own reflection in the mirror, a silent, intense observation. An increasing sense of dread fills the room as the heavy, pronounced breathing amplifies the tension. In the stillness of his apartment, Zack slumbers peacefully, unaware of the darkness gathering. From the depths of Zack's being, a shadowy figure begins to materialize, separating like a wisp of smoke. The ominous presence hovers silently above Zack, a specter in the dim light. A tendril-like hand extends from the figure, reaching toward the sleeping Zack. The spectral hand gently touches Zack's face, a chilling caress in the quiet darkness. Jessica lies awake, the silence of her room amplifying her unease. A subtle scratching sound breaks the stillness, drawing Jessica's attention toward the window. Hesitantly, she reaches for the curtain, her heart pounding with each inch she pulls it back. Bathed in the eerie glow of the streetlight, Zack appears outside her window. His face, pale and spectral, sends a shiver down Jessica's spine. Outside Jessica's house, Zack's smile twists into something monstrous, rows of sharp, pointed teeth glinting in the dim light. His hand raises, fingers elongating into claw-like extensions, reaching for the window. The silhouette of his hand, now a grotesque parody of humanity, looms against the glass. A piercing scream shatters the night as Jessica confronts the horrifying sight. The sound of screams echoes, a desperate cry swallowed by the darkness. Zack's monstrous hand remains pressed against the window, a silent promise of terror. On a narrow forest road, a pickup truck idles, abandoned to the night. The truck's headlights pierce the inky blackness, revealing a wall of dense trees. The engine sputters roughly, its rhythm a stark contrast to the forest's silence. A subtle sound begins to permeate the darkness, rhythmic breathing. The breathing grows louder, closer, hinting at an unseen presence. An unseen presence stalks closer, its breath echoing through the trees.